Why does it sound like it belongs in a chorus line?
It's just jazz, Bam. You know, all that jazz.
Well, there you have it. What do you think of my roses behind me?
Very nice.
Yeah, every year for Mother's Day and my mom's birthday, I would send her a dozen red roses. Whether I could afford it or not, she got them.
Good boy.
I know. So, what's going on? How you doing?
A wee bit tired.
A wee bit? What exactly does that mean, a wee bit?
I know it means a little bit, but I don't know where it came from.
I think it's the Scots that do that.
The Scots?
The Scots. Hello, Charlene, Francis, Teresa, Jessica, Warrior, Woman, Indian Warrior, DD, Kelly, Jessica, Eunice is in the house. Hello, Eunice. Oh, Paul's here. Lanaya's been here for like an hour. Was that Lanaya or was that Lavina? Oh, it was Lavina. That's been here for an hour. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers.
Yes, happy. Okay, informal. A wee bit, by a very small amount or to a very small degree.
So if you have a wee bit wee, you're fucked.
Pretty much.
Happy Mother's Day, eyes, if you're in here lurking.
Apparently developed as parallel to such forms as a bit thing, a little thing. Wee hours after midnight. It's attested by 1891 from Scottish phrase, wee sma hours.
See, it's the Scots. I knew it was the Scots. And the Aussies, they talk about their bits all the time. Their bits being the, Holy Trinity, as I call it.
There she is.
Hello, Lucy.
Yeah, so... private chat, man.
Private chat. No, there ain't nothing there.
That is about to be.
Oh, wow. Nope. Yep, nothing.
It's coming.
Paul, I know the feeling. I think this is the 4th year without my mom, and it's rough. Oh, there it is. Hang on, I'll be right back. Yep.
Yeah, how many years?
I think 4 years for mom. And
for me, I got to keep looking back at this. Shameful, but 2010. I'll never forget the date, which was 3:16. That was one of her favorite Bible verses. John 3:16. That was March 16. And 2010. So
yeah, 4 years for mom, 3 years for my sister. Jamie is 8.
That was in 7.
I'm really bad at remembering dates. I really
think it's gonna be 8, maybe. Yeah, it's gonna be 8 later this year.
Yeah, I'm really bad at remembering dates. That's why I chose to get married on my birthday, so I would never forget our anniversary.
Wait a minute, no, it's gonna be 7 this year for James.
It's gonna be 7 this year. Okay,
yeah. It's 7 already. 7.
Yeah, everybody said I was selfish trying to be married on my birthday. I'm like, no, there ain't nothing selfish about it. I can't remember dates to save my life. So if I get married on my birthday, I will never forget my anniversary.
I don't know. I'm trying to explain to some people, it's not that we don't give a crap, but it's just sometimes some people are just not good with remembering dates or just stuff like this. I mean, Mother's Day is easy. It's like it's on the freaking calendar.
Right.
Yeah, and everybody tells you. I mean, it's easy, right?
Yeah. Not to mention, Mother's Day cards, candies, commercials, Lifetime TV, all the Mother Day movies.
Thank you, Hallmark. Yes, exactly. And if it wasn't for them, And the one that I don't know is the Mexican Mother's Day, which
Is it
happens during
refrigerator?
at the same date. They don't care what day of the week it is; it's that day. Not like
Really?
us, we save it for Sunday.
Well, it should be saved for Sunday.
Traditionally, that used to be the thing.
They do Father's Day on
Most
Sundays too.
most of the country, once upon a time, used to work Monday through Friday only. Everybody was off on the weekends.
Yeah, I remember that.
That used to be a thing, believe it or not. So that's
And
why they left things for the weekend.
I think in the 70s is when it changed. People decided that they just didn't have enough money and they had to start working on weekends.
Yeah, and business and industry just picked up, and all of a sudden there was a boom in industry and jobs,
Yeah, and
and
this
then things
wonderful thing
started
called overtime came.
and things started opening up 7 days a week, not just 5 days a week. And then it was 6 days a week, and then it became 7 days a week.
And then you got this nasty restaurant called Chick Flick that closes on Sundays for religious reasons.
Oh, Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I don't support them motherfuckers.
That's too bad because they make a killer mac and cheese. Oh, it's so
Yep,
good.
never been there, never will.
Well, come on, man. They love you too.
I don't care.
They just close on Sundays.
You dump millions and millions of dollars into campaigning and well, make sure you go out and vote for this title because it's all against homosexuality and they don't have any rights and they shouldn't be allowed to be married and whatnot. And it's like, fine, you're religious, fine. Take your righteous ass, shove it right up your righteous ass. I mean, nobody asked for your frickin' opinion. And just like, no, I'm not gonna go there.
Come on, it's Mother's Day. It's a Sunday. Chill.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go there.
Save that for a different day.
Suck back in that negativity. Save it for Vanessa.
Oh,
All right, I'm better. I'm more gooder now.
yeah. There's
Hey,
one
Carol.
person who can't really celebrate Mother's Day. Anyway, so what's your and I know maybe you and your mom didn't get along all the time.
Oh no, not.
But
I mean,
what's
what child did get along with their parents 24/7, 365?
Yeah. That's
I mean,
probably true.
unless if your name is the Brady's, then that's a completely different story.
Do you have a fondest memory? Something that you do remember that sticks out to you? And not the part where she beat you with a stick. Let's not talk about that part. I mean, something like good that happened to you.
God, you're putting me you're putting me on the spot. I mean,
Oh my god.
I can't really remember like something spectacular good. I mean, I guess it would be the day that. Well, I mean, even then, it's not all that exciting. I mean, I guess it'd be the day that they went out and bought a new vehicle. I think it was 1984, 83, and they gave me their old one.
Oh, okay. So you got the hand-me-down car. At least you got a
Yeah,
car.
it was a 1976 Buick LeSabre with it was sky blue exterior. It was a two-door, and it had crushed velvet interior. Of course,
1970 what?
6 Buick LeSabre. It was a land yacht. I mean, that's when they still made cars out of steel.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a big boat. That is as big as the later model Lincolns that were 4 doors, that were the big boats, square boats.
Oh yeah.
And it was only a 2-door, and it was long as a damn. Yeah.
I mean, I think I think I can't remember for sure, but I think I had 10 bodies in my trunk when we went to the drive-in. Because back then they charged by how many people you had in your car.
Yep. Been there, done
So-
that. Hide them in the trunk.
So it's like, oh, there's only 2 of us. Okay. So you get in for $3.50, and you go park,
Yep.
and as you're going over the humps in the drive-in, people in the back are going like this. Oh God,
Did it
those were the
twice.
days.
Didn't get caught the first time. Got caught the second time. When they decided to come out all at once in the middle of the movie. I went to open up, and I'm like, just sneak out one at a time. I'm gonna not everybody. And then they just it was too hot. So somebody complained, and they waited till everybody came back to the vehicle, and they had to kick us out. Kicked us out. First time I was confronted by a police officer, but that's all right. Nothing major happened. I remember my mom used to spoil the shit out of me, man. I mean, I found out, later years why, but and I tell this story a lot. You probably heard it when the movie Jaws came out. I was a little. How old was I? I was 10. What year was Jaws? 77?
Yeah, it came out in the 70s, so like mid 70s, like 75, 76ish. Yeah.
Oh, 1975. Oh crap! I was 7 years old. Mom, take me to see Jaws. I want to see Jaws. I like sharks. Okay.
Shark
So
Week,
one day
right.
during the week, it must have been summertime because I was not in school. We go downtown, State Street, to the Chicago Theater. And she takes me to see Jaws. And right from that opening scene, because you know how it opened up, those people at the beach. Yeah. And these people at the beach, and then they go into the water, and the girl goes in there, she's all naked, and then all of a sudden, and then, something's grabbing her, and then that scared the piss out of me. And I was crying to go home. I was crying to go home
anymore.
No. And I was, Mom, let's go. No. And my mom said, no, I paid $6 for this movie. You're going to sit here and watch it.
$6. And back then, that was a lot of money.
That was a lot of money, yeah. $6 for, or it might have been $4, something like that. Still, it was a lot. To go downtown, take the train, the food, she bought me lunch. And I cried. I was crying because I wanted to leave. And she made me, no, you made this happen. Are you going to stay and watch the movie? And of course, it became one of my favorite movies of all time.
I remember years ago, Mom used to do cake decorating classes. And for one birthday, she made me a hamburger cake. And I mean, it looked really good. I mean, it had the bun on there, little sesame seeds on it. It had green frosting for the lettuce, red for the ketchup and the tomatoes, and yellow for the mustard. I mean, it looked really good. And we cut into it, and everybody had their cake. And she's like, "Well, why?" I took one bite of it, and that's when I realized I hated chocolate cake because it's not chocolate.
Not chocolate.
It's not chocolate. So, yeah, I don't like chocolate cake. I think I was 7, maybe 8.
I'm trying to remember what else. I remember, like I said, she liked to spoil me. Here I am at, I want to say 15 years old. I think 15. I remember it was the early 80s. I'm watching all these, watching TV after doing my homework, and there's an ad for you could own your own satellite dish.
Is that the big, huge ones that took up like your whole entire backyard?
This was an 8-foot dish.
Yep.
And I called, how much? Oh, it's only $5,000.
Yep.
So, Mom, we can get every channel. We can watch TV from Mexico and Japan and China. We can watch TV from anywhere.
But in the back of my mind, you could. Yeah, no, you can't.
And what I knew, what she didn't know, was that you could also watch HBO, Showtime. All those premium channels were available through a satellite feed.
Yep, it was all free.
So she says yes. She had to get a mortgage on the building, on the house we owned. So she financed it. And then 2 weeks later, Here they are. Big truck comes. Remember, we owned a 3-story brick building.
Right.
They're pulling. They're trying to figure out how to get the dish to the top, to the roof of the building. And they're 6 hours later, they're done installing it, and I got the dish, and I'm working the controls and trying to figure it all out. And I swear, 2 months later, big announcement, huge breaking news in the telecommunication industry, in the media industry. HBO and Showtime and all that, no more free on satellite. They are now private, by subscription. So I used to watch a lot of sports. I put on a lot of
wanted
Mexican
HBO
TV.
because the girls was walking around topless.
I wanted the Skinamax, yeah. So used the dish for less than a year, and then it just sat there on the roof, and she paid it off. She paid it off like in less than 2 years. She just paid it off.
Is the dish still on the roof?
No, when we sold it, the guy hired me to be the contractor, the demo contractor, to demolish the gut out each floor. And he's like, yeah, just go up there and take it down. Take it down. We're gonna do the new roof anyway. So,
Hey, then you take it over to the junkyard and sell it for scrap metal.
Should have, but we just bolted it from the fixture, from the base. Yep, and down it went right into the dumpster, 3 stories up. And, it was a sad day, but it was one of those things. Oh, there were a lot of moments like that. I remember slot cars, the little AFX racetracks.
Oh yeah.
And you had the little gun for the speed, and the little car ran on a track.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And they came out with one where they got rid of the little slot, and it was just magnetized, and they would jump lanes.
I remember that one too.
Make it jump lanes. I think it was called TCR. Mom, I want it. Christmas time comes along. What year is this? I don't even know. 82, 81. I can't remember. Nobody's got it. It's sold out everywhere. All the Toys R Us stores in Chicago sold out. She calls her best friend across the street. Her best friend tells her son, who's an older guy already, and we went on a Saturday to Arlington Heights, Illinois, in his car, and he took us to buy, and we found it was like $75, and she bought it for me, and I was so happy. And all these things that she did, at the time, I didn't care. All I cared about was, I got the thing. But then you don't think about it till years later when you're, an adult. It's like, why did you? And then I found out why ultimately, but you don't think about a lot of stuff as it's happening, and then you start to think about it when they're gone.
Oh yeah.
And not everything good. I can't think of bad things. I can't think of anything bad. She never
beat you.
No. I remember one time I felt so bad. I was still using my nunchakus, my karate sticks.
What'd you break?
I made some. I cut a broom handle up, drilled a hole, put the leather rope, and I was into martial arts at the time. And I decided to make my own. And there I am in the kitchen. And she went to point. She said, "What is that?" And I was going down. Whack! It whacked her on the finger. And she yelled out a scream. And I was terrified. I felt so bad.
Manny, you're beating up your mama.
I know, right? It was so horrible.
Rotten child.
I remember that. That was pretty bad. Stuff. I don't know. Certain things you think about. When did your mom pass away? How long ago?
About 4 years ago.
Was she sick or just whatever?
Well, when I moved back here from Sioux Falls, she her health wasn't that great, but it was all right. And when I got back here, I'm like, well, I'm staying with you till I find a place to live. And gradually she started going downhill. I mean, she just didn't have strength or energy to do anything.
Mm.
Uh, Water would just squirt out of her thighs or her calves for no reason because she wasn't taking her water pills like she was supposed to. So,
Oh,
you can only hold so much water, and then it was like a squirt gun just shooting across the room.
no way.
And she went septic.
Sepsis?
Yeah. And went into a nursing home for about 5 or 6 months, and they wouldn't let her come home until she had a wheelchair ramp because she
Mm.
couldn't do steps. So
Yeah.
we got her a wheelchair ramp, and then of course my neighbor, who was the ex-mayor, he's like, "Oh, did the city put that in for you?" No. Oh yeah, the city of yada 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 will put in wheelchair ramps at no cost. Well, you tell us now.
Oh, man, no way.
After we spent $2,000 on a wheelchair ramp.
Oh,
Yeah, the city does that as a way to keep seniors in their house, which is, a great idea.
hey, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I know I'm behind on these comments, but I decided I wasn't going to show them, but yeah, I have to. I think I want to.
Yeah, you're way behind on them. Yeah. But,
Easy
yeah.
to remember Mexican Mother's Day, May 10th. Okay, so Cinco de Mayo, add 5 days, and that's Mexican Mother's Day. That's an easy one to remember. It felt bad. Yeah, my mom had diabetes type 1 for a long time. She had to do the insulin shot every day. And then I remember in her last days, I mean, literally in her last days, I'll say in the last 2 weeks, I don't know why, I kept checking her blood sugar. And, ultimately, I mean, I knew she was close to going because she quit dialysis. She didn't want to do dialysis. She did dialysis like once or twice. And then she said, nope, I'm not doing that. It makes me feel terrible. If I'm going to die, I'm going to die. And I was like, oh.
Well, it's quality
like,
of life, not quantity.
Yeah, and that was tough because then she stopped that. She was gone in like 8 or 10 days, something like that. Real quick. But I remember I kept poking her finger, getting the blood out, checking her glucose. And then later I was like, why even bother with that? She's going to be gone soon. Let her eat whatever the fuck she wants to eat. Who cares about her blood sugar at that point,
Yeah.
And I think about that a lot, like, damn it, why did I bother doing that? Again, these are things you don't think about at the time. You're just trying to be helpful. I was trying to be helpful and, very attentive, right? You had 3 Porsches? Damn.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, well, I told you that I had to run to the grocery to pick up a couple of things for dinner tonight, and I'm like, it's been a while since I've had chips in the house. I'm going to run over to the chip aisle and grab a couple bags of chips.
Chips as in potato chips?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm walking through the chip aisle, and I'm like, where's all the chips? Did we have a run on chips or something? Big sale that I don't know about? Just oblivious that today was Mother's Day and that, people are having parties and get-togethers and whatnots. And what do you serve? Well, chips.
So all the chips were gone?
Pretty much all the chips are fucking gone. I'm like, you sorry son of a bitch.
You had one job.
Seriously, one job, and you couldn't even do that.
Go get a bag of chips. All right. Now it's a challenge.
So then they had some chips, but not the cheap chips. If I'm going to put chips in the house, I'm going to get like Lay's where it's, 2 for $4 or 2 for $6. And I'm like, okay, But my favorite chips were their Old Salties. I love Old Salties.
And you know what that is?
Oh my god, I'll send you a bag if I ever want to break down and spend the $6 on the bag of chips. Wait, I'll send you a small
It'll
personal
cost
bag.
more for shipping. You got to put it in a box so it doesn't get crushed.
I'll get you a little personal bag from the gas station. They're like $2. But these chips, well, they're kettle cooked, so they're nice and crispy and crunchy. And well, they have some different flavors. They have barbecue, which is it's not that bad. They have their original, which is salty. They have extra salty, and then they have jalapeno,
Uh-oh.
which you'd probably like the jalapenos.
The one thing I was going to say about you own your own Starlink. You own a satellite?
For $700.
A satellite? An actual satellite? Is that what you mean? Or a Starlink internet system?
I think the dish. It's like $700 now.
Yeah, those went up. It was 500 for the kid. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, since, everybody wants one. Oh, time to raise the prices.
That's right, Paul. It was always the Skinamax. Oh, they all had the good stuff. They did. See, and now I have this view of Mother's Day that some people don't like. Now that my mom is gone, I think a Mother's Day is for children of whatever age and their mother. That's who Mother's Day is for.
Yep.
My mom is gone, so I'm done with Mother's Day pretty much. I mean, I can remember her and stuff, and
yeah,
but it's not a big deal for me right now.
Yeah, I mean, when you're a child, Mother's Day is okay. Well, we get mom, dad, the kids, grandma, grandpa, the whole fam go out to dinner. And then as you get older and you're in your 20s or 30s and you start working and you're making your own money, it's like, come on, Ma, let's go out to dinner, and you're buying dinner.
Yeah,
and that's and of course sending a rose or a nice little present or whatever. Heart-shaped pancakes with Mickey Mouse ears on them. I mean, whatever you do for your mom.
That was a big deal for her to go Mom, we're going to Denny's. Let's go. Denny's? No, how about IHOP? Okay, we'll go to IHOP better.
IHOP does have better pancakes than Denny's by far. Why? Because it's the International House of Pancakes.
Yes.
But when you go there and you ask for Swedish pancakes, they're like, what's that?
They're like, what?
What is that?
International House of Pancakes IHOP was different decades ago.
Yeah, back in the 70s and 80s, they were completely different. Now they remodeled or whatever the hell they are now. They're clueless on what a Swedish pancake is.
It was like a big deal to go to IHOP before.
Oh yeah.
Now it's like Denny's or IHOP. Denny's or IHOP. Kind of almost the same thing.
I think they're the same owner now. I think Denny's owns IHOP.
No way, really?
I don't know. I'm guessing. Wouldn't surprise me though, because they're clueless on what a Swedish pancake is. I love
Matchbox.
Swedish pancakes. Yeah, Matchbox.
No, it was TCR. It was lane changing racetrack. It was so cool. Oh, I had a collection of Matchbox too. Dude, I had over 100 different Matchbox cars with their little
back
boxes.
Back in the 70s, I was sucking the lead paint off of those fuckers.
Yeah.
and look, I'm still here.
So is it wrong that I think Mother's Day is not for me anymore?
I don't think so.
I think if you guys got kids,
I kind of feel the same way.
I kind of feel like if you got kids, they better. Did your kids do something for you for Mother's Day? And that's the other thing. What about somebody just mentioned it? I think it was who just mentioned it?
I don't know. But if you're married and your wife has kids, then you should be treating her to Mother's Day.
See, I don't agree either. Because if you're married, she birthed them.
Oh, so she has to treat herself then?
No. The kids got to do something for the mother.
Okay, well, the kids are like kids. They can't do anything except here,
Well,
mom. I made you a construction
when
paper
they're
card in
older,
school.
yeah, well, that's good until they get old enough to, the father's like, here's $20, go take her to IHOP. Stuff like that happens.
Oh, and the father's not going. Let's
Nah, I
get
don't
the
know.
kids and the wife out the house. And I'm going to sit here in front of the TV in my underwear and a can of beer, and I'm going to watch the game.
Yeah, it's Sunday at noon. Go. Cubs channel. What is it? Okay, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Hey, Chuck. Welcome. I don't hate my mom. Just dislike things she did to us when we were young.
I'm right there with you on that, Debbie.
Hey, Tori. Yeah, there was a lot of memories. I remember some of the bad ones, which I didn't know they were bad. But like my dad was used to drink a lot, and sometimes he wouldn't come home. So she would wake me up at 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, and take me with her to go look for him at the bars he used to hang out down the street.
Or he'd be at Renee's house sleeping on the sofa. Well, or whatnot.
I mean, that happened later. But she used to take me. It was becoming an every weekend thing. She'd take me, go down the street, go into the bar, and she would go in there and yell at him and pull him out.
You goddamn good for nothing. Get drunk ass out the fucking bar now.
Yeah, I don't remember the stuff that she said, but I remember her telling me, "Wait outside here, don't move." And I could hear her yelling.
My mother would pull in the garage. This was like later on in life. After we all of us had moved out and everything, and we'd be home visiting or whatnot, and she'd come in from work and pull in the garage, open the garage door, not even have one foot in the house, over the threshold. Not, just push the door open, pull in the screen, and she's screaming, "Go to bed, you fucking drunk!" Not even one foot in the house. And she's screaming at him to put his drunk ass in bed at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
There you go, Chuck. See, Chuck knows what I'm talking about. So, for those of you who didn't have like the greatest moms, or they were not ideal, or had their moments, do you still like hold like resentment, or is it? Well, that was a long time ago, and do you just forgive, or she gets a pass because she's your mom, or how do you guys deal with all that?
I'm sure I still hold some resentment.
Shambo, early 80s.
Did you have Shambo?
Shoney's. There was Shoney's.
I remember Shoney's. It was kind of like a southern thing.
Yeah, all you can eat breakfast buffet. Shambo. I don't remember Shambo.
It's kind of like the awful waffles. God, those places are disgusting.
What is it?
The awful waffle. You call them awful houses. I call them awful waffle.
I've never been to the Waffle House. A Waffle House. Never been.
Yeah, I went once, and it's an awful waffle.
And all I see now are fights that happen in there.
Yeah, awful waffle. Don't go. Waste of money. Bad food.
See, that's cool. They could make breakfast for you. They can make you stuff. See, that's not hard. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly, Tori.
Serve breakfast in bed, and as they bring it in, whoop! Sorry, Ma, you're wearing your breakfast now. Love you. Gotta go. Bye.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty much that's how I do it right now. And then there's Father's Day. See, now watch this. Are we going to have a Father's Day special too? Or are we just going to, forget? Bill Cosby, I know a lot of people feel a certain way about him, but he did this one routine. And he's like, the father's there. The kid is born. It's a boy. And he starts training the kid to be an athlete. and he's taking him to practice every day, and he's into baseball and football, and he takes him every day, and he's at every single game, and he's helping to coach the kid, and he's helping train 6 days a week, every day. He's with his son, and he's training, and he's training, and he's training. Now he's at college football, and he's winning championships. He won the championship. What's the first thing the kid says? Hi, Mom. See, that was funny. I think that was funny.
Uh-huh.
I thought that was funny.
My son sent me a text at midnight. What? Go back one.
My son sent me a text at midnight last night. He and his sister always fight about who's going to be first to say Happy Mother's Day, Britt. Oh, that's cool.
Well, it's cool until they wake your ass up.
And then you got those. You got those if you don't message right at midnight, 01 seconds, then you must have forgot. And why didn't you message last night? Why weren't you the first one to message? Becomes a competition. I've told you from we learned how to love thanks to my dad. My kids are here. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I suppose we got to do a Father's Day one of these too. Yeah, Shoney's good. Sambo's. Is that what it was? I never heard of Sambo's.
I haven't either. Stuckies I've heard of.
Yeah. I'm only child, my mom, but mom never wanted me. Aw, getting rid of me whenever possible. Then she played very cruel twist again. Damn. I wonder why that is. I mean, not everybody's made to be a parent, right?
Well, yeah. And for those of you that's never been to a Waffle House, trust me when I say you're not missing anything.
Waffle House used to be so great. It used to be all you can eat. Right now, every other thing is a fight that happened at a Waffle House.
Yeah.
It's like, what is up with the Waffle House?
Well, and that's because the clientele that they bring in. Okay. Well, if you offer, 2 eggs over easy, hash browns, 2 strips of bacon, and a glass of OJ for $1.99, what kind of clientele do you think you're going to be getting up in there? So, yeah, fights are going to break out. And then the drunk crowd's going to be in there because, let's go to Awful Waffle for the $2 special breakfast.
Make it an $8 special. Denny's ain't cheap no more. Denny's now for a Grand Slam. It's like 11 or $12. Yeah. And I know fights do happen there. She blocked you for her wrongdoing to my daughter. She's my kid, and doing without my consent is a no for she doesn't raise her. Sorry to hear when stuff doesn't go good with the parents. I know it's not. And it's got to suck when you got kids and that's a grandma and grandpa, right? I don't hold resentment because of her. I am the way I am now. She passed away 3 years ago, but still talk a few minutes a day to her.
Hello, Janine.
Hey, Janine. Damn, 18, 15, 12, 7, and 1. That's a bunch.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids. Yeah, one more, you can be the Brady's.
Yeah. So the only one who could really buy anything is my oldest. Some of the best gifts are handmade. That's cool. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm talking about. It's exactly what I'm talking about. Sambo is good. I remember a good house salad. I don't know nothing about Sambo.
I remember. Not in Chicago. I remember we had a little black fisherman that sat in our pond. Well, he didn't sit in the pond. He sat on the edge of the pond with his fishing pole inside the pond, and we called him Sambo.
Because why?
Because he was country. I don't know. We just called him Sambo. I have no idea why.
Sambo. Wasn't Sambo, is that a racist kind of a name, a thing to say now?
I think so. But, back in the 70s and 80s, race didn't exist until 4 years ago when the Democrats made it racist.
Sambo is a derogatory label for a person of African descent. Historically, it is a name in American English derived from Spanish.
Oh,
See,
what's it
so
mean?
why did that become racist? How did that, I don't,
So, well, Sambo was in North McAllen.
yeah, so I was saying, do you forgive your parents or your mom for being the way she was, or do you still talk to her or something, or not talk to them anymore? Or,
I don't talk to my mother anymore.
well, obviously you don't. She's gone. Restaurant in McAllen. Oh, okay. Yes, man. Do you remember the restaurant there? No, I don't. I was in Chicago growing up, so I don't think we had a Sambo's there. Unless it was in the burbs. The suburbs had everything.
I don't remember it.
Sambo in Spanish was being
I remember
bow-legged.
Mr. Steak. Oh my God, do I miss that restaurant?
You know, I used to think Steak and Shake, that restaurant, I used to think that was steaks. I didn't know it was just burgers.
It's ground up steak, is what they're trying to tell you, but it's actually hamburger. It's ground up sirloin, so it's a sirloin burger.
Oh, see, I didn't know that, Domingo. There was a very famous children's book about Sambo, not appropriate to say full title. You can look it up. Uh oh. See, now I got to look that up now.
Oh yeah, because I want to know. Just like the song of the South, the movie "Song of the South," that's racist.
Well, I mean, the only thing that comes up is the story of Little Black Sambo. Is that the one you're talking about?
Is he a fisherman by chance? Wearing a straw hat?
No,
coming off the back pocket?
Nope. But the illustration on the cover of Sambo is super black.
Yeah.
You know what I mean by that?
Yeah, like jet black.
Yeah,
like Ace of Spades black.
In another book, the same thing, the story of Little Black Sambo, it's got a different cover. And it's got almost like an African black person hiding behind a palm tree, like he's a native or something.
I remember Tar Baby.
Yeah, that's definitely not a good thing to say.
Yeah, I think it was Disney that had Little Black Sambo and Tar Baby. I think it was a Disney product in the early 70s.
Yeah, to all those who miss your moms or your moms are not here anymore, so sorry. Just don't forget all the good things. Hopefully good things happened. And if you don't care, well, what can I say? Then you don't, if you didn't have that kind of upbringing or good relationship, it happens. Yeah, let's not start saying all the all the derogatory terms. Yes, I forget my mom, but I don't talk to her as much. Just text her. Happy birthday. See, texting comes in handy. Well, Bam, I only see the top of your head.
Oh.
That's what he said. I'm one of 7 of my mom's only daughters. She's my best friend now. We've had her ups and downs when I was younger. Now at 35 and her having breast cancer with a massive heart attack and a full hip replacement. Anything she ever did in the past means nothing. I fully forgive her. She's a great mom now, and that's all that matters. There you go. Good for you. So, anyway,
at any hoot, give a hoot. Don't
I didn't want to waste any of our breath on somebody in particular today.
Well, you know, she's mother of the year.
Oh, you mean in her own mind?
Oh, absolutely, in her own mind.
Because it's not her fault?
That's right. She'd rather spend money on buying new dirty pillows and getting a tummy tucked and buying her daughters something. Like Oh, I don't know, a computer for school, maybe some school clothes, a new Easter hat.
Super Black. He went to school with me. Who's Super Black?
Mm.
I saw
Vanessa
a
and their
meme.
dirty
I saw
business.
I saw a meme today about it said had a picture of I think it was Gene Wilder in Blazing Saddles,
Good movie.
and it said, "God bless all the people that watched who could watch Blazing Saddles and not be offended."
Good movie. I think my favorite Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor had to have been Silver Streak. Yeah, we bad. We bad. We
Oh
bad.
man, that was Stir Crazy.
Oh, that was stir crazy.
Yeah, Silver Streak was a different one. That
Yeah,
train.
Silver Streak's
Yeah.
the train, but I thought they went to prison in that one or jail
No,
in that one. But
Stir
no, it was
Crazy
stir
is the
crazy.
one. He starts walking funky, and he's telling him, "You gotta be bad." He starts walking like that. That's right. That's right. We bad.
We bad. Back
And
up. We bad.
Gene Wilder was the whitest dude on the planet.
Yeah,
And
put shoe polish on him, blacken him up.
you should watch some of that old comedy. If you haven't seen Stir Crazy, it's actually pretty good. It's
Yeah, John Candy's in that movie.
no.
I
Nope.
thought he was Bubba in the jail.
No,
Who was
that's
the fat guy in the jail?
Grossberger. His name was Grossberger. But it wasn't him. That's not John Candy. It was
I
some
thought that was
big
John
guy.
Candy for some reason.
That was the character's name was Grossberger.
Yeah.
And it's a funny movie, especially before they get to jail, before they get to prison. Yeah, great movie. I think it's on HBO. I'm not sure. Yeah, we used to be.
Hey, Christina.
What?
What?
Oh. What's up, Robin? Yeah, it's I don't want to bring that person up because, and I know there's a lot of teasing that goes on about it, and there's a lot of, oh man, it was a cringe. No More Cheeseke's Lies put something up earlier today. Like,
oh,
woof.
I seen it. I seen it.
Woof. Ouch.
Well, and you were right. I mean, she cares more about how she looks than losing her kids. But then she said the one thing. Oh, the only gray I own is sports attire. Okay, that is not sports attire.
Yeah, Chuck, I hear that happens a lot, actually. They don't sanitize everything. It's not safe. It's not. You got to really be careful who you pick to do surgery on you if you're going out of the country, because they don't regulate the way they do here. There's no regulations over there like there is here.
Yeah, they'll reuse the same instruments, the same bloody gauze.
And I went to the dentist here in Texas to do a deep cleaning, and they got to do it in sections, 4 parts: upper left, lower left, and then upper right, lower right, like 2 weeks apart. So,
is this is this the Sonic clean where they like?
this is deep. Yeah, what all kind of tools they use, and they go in there, and it's a deep. That's all they call it, deep cleaning, and so deep they go under your gum and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, you come out bleeding. I've had that done before.
So I had one. Okay, so I had 2 done. And I happened to be in Mexico with my sister. So hey, there's a dentist there. We should go. You want to get it done? It's like, how much is it? $35 versus the $200 I was paying here. It's like, all right, we'll see. All right. So I go in there, and it's like a dude's basement. There's no bright lights like a dentist in the States. There's like mold in the walls in the corner. The fluorescent light is like, I swear it was like an old prison or something.
So did you leave or did you stay?
I'm looking around, and I'm like, all I can think of is $35, huh? And I'm looking around like, my sister is just, it'll be quick. I'm like, oh man. So I stayed, and this dude comes out. The dentist comes out. I swear he's 12 years old. So he comes out.
Pair of pliers right out of the garage.
He's got this little tool case. And he's asking me, "Oh, how are you? Okay, good. Yeah, everything. What's wrong? No. Oh, okay, okay. When did you have your last deep cleaning?" And I told him, "Oh, okay." And then he starts saying, "What kind of tool did they use? Do you remember? What did they like?" I don't know. I had my mouth open and I was just laying there. And then was it something like this? And I was like, I can't remember. Or was it like this one? And he started showing me 3 or 4 different things. Do you remember what they used? And I was like, oh man, that's when I started getting nervous. Yeah, I'll never go back there. I finished it, and it was not a deep cleaning. That would turn out to be a regular cleaning. I don't know if they know what a deep cleaning is over there. And that's when I decided never to go back for a dental procedure. Regular doctor, I don't know. They cure everything with a shot, with an injection over there.
Well, you think that the tools he used were clean and sterile and sanitized?
They looked clean, but they were not wrapped in papers the way they do here. You know, they're wrapped in plastic after they sanitize.
Okay, and how long ago was this?
This was 2 years ago.
You should have an HIV test done.
I have. When they gave me the full run, my diabetes stuff, they check everything.
So you're good?
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Because my doctor doesn't check HIV when he checks my blood sugar levels.
Oh, mine does. They do They do HIV because they want to.
They can only do that if you request it. They can't do that.
I've signed for it before. I've signed for it, and but I remember, I'll never do that again. Never, ever. And of course, now I had this procedure done a few days ago, and the girl brings out the tray. Everything is wrapped up. You know, she got to open up every single individual package, and it's like, yeah. I feel
now
safe.
You know why you're spending $200,
right?
Because the shit is clean, sterile.
Hey, Christina. Welcome, everyone. Love me some Gene Wilder. Haunted Honeymoon. That was funny. It was him and Gilda Radner.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Yeah, he was married to Gilda Radner. Man, that was so sad when she died. She had cancer. I think it was breast cancer. And she passed away. That was the saddest thing. She was on Saturday Night Live. Remember? Rosanna Dana. She was a real funny lady. She was in the movie with Gene Wilder. The other movie with Gene Wilder is The Woman in Red.
That one I've seen.
With Kelly LeBrock.
I love Kelly LeBrock.
Oh yeah, I loved me some Kelly LeBrock back then too.
You know, she was married to Steven Seagal.
Yeah, she was.
They had 2 kids.
I don't even know if they had any.
Yeah, I know they had a daughter, but I think they had a son too.
Yeah, when they find out that Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor, that their characters they're in prison for bank robbery, that big tough dude finds out and he goes, "Oh, you can kiss the baby." What? You can kiss the baby. That means say goodbye. You're done. You're gone. Yeah, I know. She Hey, Florencia, welcome. Thank you. I hope you're having a good Mother's Day yourself, if you're a mother, or to your mom. Yeah, I saw that. Bam, you saw it too, right? She, our little friend, decided to flash the camera, I suppose.
Oh, with the taco?
No, with the top part.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
I'm not going to show that. We have no interest.
You know, she shows more of her body parts than she should actually be shown because, I mean, let's face it. I mean, she's not a size 6 model. Okay, if she's trying to be a plus size models usually are covered up to hide the fat and the cellulite and the flab. Just a little tip there. I mean, I ain't mad at her for trying to be a model or anything, but I mean, not everybody and their brother want to see all that business.
See, there's something about a root canal. I saw, and I know I live on documentaries, and I believe them. There was a documentary called Root Cause, and they swear don't ever do a root canal, ever. Because when they do it,
I've had 4 of them.
they can never completely clean out what they remove, and stuff stays in there, and that causes health problems down the road. Oh, dude had cancer. They didn't know why, and they found out. They saw he had an infection in his tooth. They cleaned it out, and the cancer went away. People with health problems, back problems, they had a root canal. It was infected. They finally got it cleaned out, and guess what? No more back problems. No more this. No more that. All because a root canal. A root canal never cleans. They never take out every single last bit of whatever gets taken out. Stuff, debris stays in there, and that gets infected, and it causes health problems.
Okay, so pretty much what causes you to have a root canal is you have a cavity that goes so deep into your tooth that it touches the root. And you have to.
So I'd rather just remove the tooth altogether.
You have to have the canals drilled in, and they kill the root by taking those like little, for lack of a better term, drill blades, but they're more like a file, and they file the root out of there, and then they usually fill it with medication, and you come back in a couple of days, 3, 4, 5 days, whatever, and then they take out the gauze, put in more medication, then fill you up or close it up, and then after that you should go and have a crown put on it, because at that point your tooth is going to die. And that's how you see like gray teeth or black teeth, because they're dead.
Yes, I've seen that. Here, I'm going to look up this clip, see if I can find it. Hold on. 2-method authentication. I hate this already. I'm going to go back to single method authentication. This is like a...
Yeah, I don't like the double method either. It's like, it's me. Just leave me the freck alone. But I have to have 2-method for work because they require 2-method. It's like, give me a fucking break.
Okay, here. This is a 2-minute. I think it's the trailer. I don't know.
This movie you're telling us?
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's a documentary. It used to be on Netflix. It used to be on Netflix. And let me put this up here. Okay, I'll get back to these comments.
That makes me want to go to Mexico and get a root canal.
That, yeah. No. Okay, here, let's watch this.
There's no branch of medicine that exists
You have sound?
where a dead organ is left in, except in dentistry where a root canal is left in. If you think that you can get away with an infected, toxic tooth and not have a systemic consequence, I think you're deluding yourself.
This is the day my whole life went to shit.
The vast majority of chronic degenerative diseases begin with problems.
Oh, lovely.
Unfortunately, the dental schools look at the mouth as being a mannequin and that you can do any type of procedure without any direct impact on the rest of the body. But this is the farthest thing from the truth.
I'm really not exaggerating. Panic attacks gave way to chronic fatigue. I was a wreck. A total lost cause. I went searching for answers.
What if I could tell you that 98% of women that have breast cancer have a root canal tooth on the same side as their breast cancer?
Did you hear what she said?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is this bull crap that I'm believing, or is this like real stuff? And I didn't know they were going to show the breasts, so I apologize for that.
Of the people that come to see me with chronic illness, the question is how many of them have a dental cause of their illness? I would say almost all of them.
Currently, we have roughly 25 million new root canal procedures being done a year in the United States. One of the greatest public health interventions we could possibly do is to make the root canal procedure something of the past, because it does nothing positive for the general health of the body at all.
I'm just one guy, and this is my truth. That truth has set me free. So I didn't want my truth to just be a minority of one.
There it is. Root cause. If you can find it, I believe it to be worth the rental fee if you got to buy it. If you got to pay for it, just pay for it. And I'm not going to have a root canal done. That word came up when they pulled this thing out. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'll do whatever else, but I'm not doing a root canal. That just... Right? Just pull it out. Exactly. Maybe implants down the road. Okay.
I'll be doing an implant next year, I think, or starting the process. It is a long process for an implant.
Is it really? Even now? I thought it was a lot quicker these days.
Well, they have to prep the bone, and then they have to insert a screw, and then you have to wait like 6 to 8 months before you can even get a tooth for it, because it's got to completely heal. And then by then, the gum's growing over the top of the screw, and then they got to cut the gum. Then they got to make the tooth.
Well, it's definitely a surgical procedure. It's not some... I mean, I know the actual surgery for it, when you go to do it, it's not all... not everything is done at once.
No.
First, they remove and they got to clean out. And then they got to drill and make the space for the socket for the whatever's going in there. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, it's and it's $2,000. Well, when I had it priced, it was $2,000 per one implant.
Yeah, see, it's a lot of money. I've seen these other procedures going on now, where it's what did they say? Like less than $1,000 for a whole set of or whole mouth implants or
For
something like that.
dentures, makes me wonder on the quality.
Yeah, but dentures are the portable ones, right? Portable, removable, right?
Yeah, but okay, it may be $1,000 for a complete set of dentures, but what they're not telling you is it's $200 to $500 per extraction.
So that's where they get you with the extraction.
Yeah.
Janine, what do you think? Do you believe it? Do you believe it about a root canal? I swear, some of the stuff they said, these people with these ailments, and then as soon as they got their root canal cleaned up, their ailments were gone.
Somebody that's friends with VT, ask her how many root canals she's had. Maybe that explains why she's so fucking crazy.
Prednisone and some other meds can cause so much damage on teeth, but I have issue with gums, jaw, and some more. Prednisone messes up your teeth?
Prednisone messes up your body. It's a hell of a steroid, and I have to take it sometimes for my lungs. But prednisone has been known to make people diabetics.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
I've taken prednisone many times, and they handed out prednisone to COVID patients like it was candy the last few years.
Yeah, I mean, prednisone is a very powerful steroid, and it can mess
cheap.
up your body really well. Oh, yeah, it is
because
true,
it's cheap.
but it works.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes when I have like really bad asthma attacks and I have to go to the hospital, they give me like 150 milligrams of prednisone.
You have dentures, so good for you, man. Oh, another story of my mom. I was helping her one time. She had to put her dentures in. So she was, there's what do you call this stuff? Fix a dent or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
To hold them up, right? It's like a toothpaste kind of thing.
And it also it does a seal, so like little particles of food don't get under there, and because if you bite down and something's under there, you'll get a little zing or like a little.
Those are the weird, like, I'm holding. She's like, yeah, just take it from there. Put a little bit of that stuff on there. So I put it on there. She puts it in. Later that night, trying to take them off. Oh, she had to go to the dentist.
What'd you do?
Like,
You super glue?
She goes, how much of that stuff did you put on? And I said, I put a thick line all the way around on the inside of that canal, all the way from end to end, like toothpaste, like a whole string. It was like a rope. She goes, no, you're supposed to put a little drop, a drop, and a drop, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, man. So here she's telling me at the doctor's office, and he's got the pliers or whatever tools that they use. They're trying to pull them out, and I almost killed her. God, what an idiot. I didn't know. I felt bad.
Yeah, live and learn.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know you're not supposed to believe everything you see or read or, whatever's on the internet, right?
Yeah. Well, if it's on the internet, it's true.
Here, Lori, my root canal almost cost me my life. Long story short, mass infection set in my jaw. Yes. And all kinds of craziness happened afterwards. No more root canals. Pull them suckers out. Yes. I agree. But a fake tooth or something, and I don't know. Or whatever. Or leave it empty. Screw it. Just drink your dinner, Give me the number to get full dentures. I'm going to need them soon. I saw it on Facebook. It was like $9.99 special. See, Janine believes it.
Yeah, I mean,
so did I.
Every city has like a affordable denture place where you can get a whole set of dentures for $500. But that's not including the extractions.
And if you do the math, you can save for it. How much was my extraction without the insurance? I think it was going to be about $300 or $400, maybe something like that.
Well, and it depends on which tooth they're pulling. Like the ones in the rear, they cost more because they're harder to get out. Ones in the front, it's like $150, $200.
I'm serious. Just drink your freaking dinner. What do you need teeth for? Leave it empty. I eat steak mighty fine. Yeah, and he pulls it out. He shows me the tooth. And then he comes over. He turns his back. He comes around. He's got this big ass needle curved with some thread. And I sink back into the chair more as far as I could. I mean, I didn't feel anything. But I got a couple of stitches in there. I don't know. Is that normal? I thought they just... When I had the other side done, I don't remember them stitching me up.
I'm always asleep because I'm a huge baby when it comes to having teeth pulled. So yeah.
I wish they would have put me to friggin' sleep.
I pay the extra $600 for the anesthesia or the insurance, whatever. And yeah.
Abstractions won't cost too much because I only have 8 teeth left. And and gone are the days of remember the was it the Three Stooges style where you tie the string to your teeth
and then the doorknob and you slam the door?
Yes.
I remember doing that when I was a kid. That never worked.
Never worked, right?
Never worked.
I never tried it, but even though it could be painful, it'd be a lot quicker than what happened at the dentist's office. I'll tell you that much. Jeez. I do drink my dinner. It's old number 7 and 7 and 7. It's a beautiful thing.
Go for it, Chuck. Attaboy.
7 and 7 is so good. Bad Me Too insurance won't pay for anesthesia, so worth the money. They won't pay for anesthesia?
They do not.
At the dentist, you mean?
Yeah, because it's not necessary. They say it's a not necessary procedure.
Yeah, let's see how they like getting that freaking needle in there, and they put the needle. So it's not bad that they just put it in, but then they started doing this stuff.
Yeah, well, and then I mean, I've had the one time that I actually did an extraction with not being put to sleep. I said I'd never do it again because they put the needle in and they numb you up. They come back 20 minutes later and you tap on your teeth. You feel that, and then they start trying to wiggle. Yeah, I feel that shit. Well, then they take this other needle and they go underneath your tooth.
Yes.
To freeze the nerve. And you're screaming in pain, and you shouldn't be feeling this. Motherfucker, I fucking feel this shit.
Right?
And then they come in with this big old crowbar looking thing, trying to. I'm like, no, I'm done. I'm out of here. No, I'm out of here. And Mom paid for $1,200 to have a tooth pulled for me.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I had both wisdom teeth pulled out and one had to be surgically removed. I was awake for both, and I got dry socket the first time on the opposite side.
Yeah,
I don't know if that was bad.
I've never had dry socket, but I hear it's not fun.
I don't know if the dry socket was bad or what he had to do to fix it was more bad. I don't know if they put a needle in there or something, but I remember, oh my God, I was going to throw up. It hurt so much. And it was just for an instant.
Yeah, so after you have a tooth pulled, they tell you no sucking, so no smoking, no sucking through a straw, things like that. Okay, so there's ways around that. You can still suck through a straw, but you don't suck. You just kind of inhale through the straw.
Yes, thank you very much.
So that way you can still drink something, but you're just kind of like inhaling and you're not sucking.
Because the straw is good because it sends the liquid right to the back of your throat.
Yeah.
Instead of just drinking with a cup.
You got to do it the correct way.
Yes.
You can't go. Yeah, you can't do that.
And I rinse. Right now I'm rinsing after everything I eat. I'll go into the bathroom and I'll rinse. And they gave me that scope kind of medicated something to rinse with it as well.
Damn, Oscar. Holy fuck.
Hang on. Question for the dude is metal rod up the urethra. Yeah, that's never happening for me. Thank you.
Yeah, no.
Nope. Yeah, dry socket is pretty. $55,000 for full implants at Clear Choice. That's the place that says it's affordable.
Yeah, well, this $25,000 just for the top.
And what do you call that stuff that they can just? It looks like teeth, and you just put it over, put it up, instant teeth, instant good-looking teeth.
Oh, the plastic stuff.
I'm okay with that.
That's like this is $25, but can you eat with it? Can you sit down to a nice meal?
Who cares? I'll take the shit off.
Have a steak,
Stuff
and go in there, and then you're chewing, and then you go to smile, and you're like. And the person's across, what the hell happened to your teeth? They were so pretty. Now you got like this jacked up looking thing going on.
Or veneers. Is that what veneers are? Just like
veneers are $1,000 a piece, and they are glued to the front of your teeth.
Even if your teeth are crooked, they make them for your teeth?
Yeah, and they can fill in gaps between your teeth. Now in Mexico, you could probably get them for, I don't know, $100 a piece.
I don't care. I'm not doing nothing in Mexico like that. And I know people, especially down here. Oh, you go. I got a sore throat. Go to Mexico. And they go the next day. They get an injection. The next day, they're perfectly good. Some kind of fluorescent green magic potion they got over there because everybody does it, and it fixes everybody. I don't know what it is. And it's like $10, if even that.
Yeah, but is the needle clean? How many asses has that needle been in?
For $10, I bet most people won't care.
Yeah,
if it'll stop my cough, I don't care who you injected before me. $55,000. They just packed it with a tiny piece of gauze that was soaking in something, and I went back. Yeah, mine got infected pretty quick. The pain never went away. Even with the pain meds, the pain never went away. And I went back. I'm like, I think something's wrong because it still hurts. And yeah, I heard that term, dry socket. 4 at the same time. Oh, forget that. I hope you were
Oh,
passed
you're a
out.
trooper, Julie. You are a trooper.
Hope you were passed out. I would not do that.
I wouldn't want to recover. I mean, a whole entire week and not eating or drinking anything.
I've been eating and drinking. I can't. I'm trying to do it carefully if there is such a thing.
Okay. Well, you've only had one. Okay. All 4. That's both sides of the mouth.
Yeah, you can't chew.
You can't do
only
nothing.
in the front. How do you chew only in the front?
I guess you're just eating corn, going. Little piranha going with the corn.
I pulled out the gauze and saw that the clot come out, and I knew I was screwed. I should have wet. See, and somebody they told me wet the gauze before you put it in. That's what the nurse, the dental assistant, told me. Wet it before you put it in. So I'm like, and then somebody else said, "No, you don't do that. Are you crazy? Put it dry." I'm like, see, I don't know who to believe.
No, see, I put it in dry after every extraction because you got to have it there to soak up the blood. Mm-hmm. Now, after it gets once you start tasting blood again, time to get that motherfucker out and put a new one in. Usually every 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah, I had mine. I took out the gauze the same night. I could not have that thing in my mouth. And dry gauze, putting it in there just felt so, that texture that feels so weird. Yeah. So I just rinsed and I rinsed and I rinsed and I rinsed. And for that first night.
And you rinse again.
Yeah.
Hello, Gloria.
Veneers. That's what I got to look into. Either I buy meds, but not to go to the doc. My replacement dentures cost less than $1,000. Originals with extractions, $1,800
plus.
Dentures, okay. I have magic pills from Mexico that cures all. That's the magic pill. And hopefully they take out a new needle, right? From the little syringe package and they open it up. Hopefully.
Right.
If they just come out with a needle like this and come out the door, I'm like, I'll say no. Because here they make it a point to open their wrapper in front of you so you can see that it's a fresh syringe.
Yeah, because if they just bring a needle and you're like, wait a second, how many asses and was that actually in a donkey's ass? And you want to stick it in me? Yeah. No, thank you.
Donkey's ass.
An actual ass.
Hello, Gloria. Oh, man. Tooth pain is worse than childbirth. I wouldn't know.
I would.
Women could tell you.
I would have to agree with that because, it doesn't matter what type of painkiller you have or on. And I've been on the most powerful painkillers known to man, and it cannot knock out a tooth pain. I've been on 50 milligrams of Oxycontin, and it did not knock out a tooth pain.
I'm on 600 milligrams of ibuprofen.
I have some of that.
It's doing the job. But instead of every 6 hours, I'm doing it every 4 hours. Maybe it's not doing the job.
I don't think it's doing the job. Happy Mother's Day, Gloria. If you're a
was
mama.
A green magic potion glowing? I swear it must be. It really is. People swear by it. I remember my cousins, every time I would get sick when I first started coming down into the valley area years ago, and I felt sick, come on, go to Mexico, give you a shot. And even then, I didn't know that everybody there was doing it. I never did it. I'm not a fan of injections. I don't like needles. Generally,
nobody likes needles. Speaking of which, tomorrow's Monday. It's a 2 injection day tomorrow. Thanks for ruining my evening. You're an asshole.
Scheduled to get my dental done. $5,000 after I got $20,000 estimate. Same week as car wreck. Oh, bummer. That's a low dose, man.
I didn't think it was a low dose. I was a zombie.
Question for the room. In the spirit of Mother's Day, what food from your childhood are you still traumatized by?
Rice.
Because your parents made you eat it.
Rice.
For Robin, it's green pea soup. I remember that from The Exorcist.
Bunch of maggots on my plate.
So for Bam, it's rice. Bam doesn't like rice. He calls them maggots. For me, it's seafood. She made me eat fish soup, and I puked it up all over the place. It was the most horrible thing I've had.
Well, I could go with Kelly there on that liver and onions too. You know, one time we had this restaurant called Top Hat, and Sundays they would have a buffet. So we were there one Sunday, and I'm walking down the buffet, and I'm like, "Oh, steak!" Grab a little steak, grab a little onion, put it on there, and then there's like, "Oh, here's some meatloaf, here's some chicken, mashed potatoes." Go back to my plate. Dad didn't say a fucking word. Did not say a fucking word. And you know, I cut into that meatloaf, and I'm like, "Oh, this is good," you know. And then I'm like, oh, "Okay, where's the ketchup? Gotta have some ketchup for my steak." Put ketchup on top of it, cut into it, bite into it, and I just spit that shit right the fuck out. And my dad, he was laughing so hard, I almost fell out the damn chair. He knew what it was, didn't tell me.
Later, Kate.
Asshole.
That's funny.
Oh, chip beef? I love chip beef.
What the hell is chip beef?
It's kind of like shit on a shingle.
What's shit on a shingle?
Oh, sweet Jesus. It's toast, chip beef, and gravy. It's literally shit on a shingle.
What's chip beef?
It's kind of like cut up little tiny pieces of beef, bite-sized pieces of beef, and like a gravy on top of toast or mashed potatoes. Shit on a shingle.
I keep thinking.
Google chip beef, you'll see it. Then you know what we're talking about.
Chip beef. Chip beef. Oh, it's like a Spam thing. Is it?
I wouldn't describe it as Spam.
Spam-ish kind of a thing?
It feels how it makes a turd. That's what it does.
Yeah, I'll pass. I think we're talking about, what's that stuff they make in South Dakota?
Chislic?
Yes. But those are beef tips, right? A kind of beef tip?
Those are beef tips. And supposedly they're supposed to be deep fried.
So why? I remember. Why do they call it chislic? It sounds nasty. Chislic. Anybody ever have chislic?
Maybe if you're from one of the Dakotas.
Sounds like pig Latin for something. Chislic.
I enjoyed it.
They are pushing childbirth with no pain meds after they are pushing BUP and sub. What is that?
The Chislicks were really good if you dipped it in ranch dressing. Oh my God.
I don't even know what that is. Yeah, Chislic was good.
Yeah,
Chewy
I mean, ranch dressing does make everything better with the exception of chocolate.
Do you need? Me either. Can you do shrimp? I'll do fried shrimp. Oh man, I can eat a lot of fried shrimp. I love fried shrimp.
You guys are eating the wrong fish.
That's everything my mama made.
You need cod, whiting, tilapia. Those fishes do not taste fishy. If fish tastes fishy, it's old. It's bad. Don't eat it. Fish is not supposed to taste fish. Shark, phenomenal piece of meat.
Shark?
Yes, I had shark before back in Ponderosa. They used to sear a shark steak on the grill.
It was bad weather the other night. There were a few. It rained a lot. Was it last night? Yeah, last night. But it was worse a week ago. And there was a tornado up in Laguna Vista. Actual freaking tornado. Yeah, look it up, Jessica. I looked it up and it doesn't look very, very appealing to me. First Mother's Day without mom. Oh, sorry to hear that, Robin. I know.
Yeah, I mean, chip beef is not an appealing dinner. I mean, it looks a lot like sausage gravy, but I always thought it was good. I enjoyed it.
I cannot imagine being good idea, but I know. Wish the moms can stay around forever, but
they can't. And then when they're gone, you like, Ma, I need the lottery numbers. Help me out here. Give me the lottery numbers, Ma.
Buprenorphine.
You think she can do that? Nope, she can't even do that for you.
And Subozine, or whatever that is, for anyone needing pain meds over 7 days, including long-term patients. Huh. But is it like nasty? You know what I mean? Or is it like good?
Oh yeah, halibut is a good fish too. I've had halibut.
I know a fun video we're going to watch to wrap up the show.
Oh.
Yep, there it is. And they might try to block it or whatever, but it's at the end. So I'm going to save it for the end. So if I got to snip it, I can just snip it out, right?
Chuck, if I remember correctly, tilapia is from off the coast of Alaska, but I'm probably wrong, but I think it's from off the coast of Alaska.
I hear you, Janine. I just don't like the taste of it. For some reason, I can do shrimp, but that's it. Fish, regular fish, I don't care. Salmon, tuna, doesn't matter. It just makes me want to puke.
It's made up fish that eats shit from water tanks. Oh, it is not. Shut up.
And they say don't eat any kind of fish that's farm raised. You got to eat wild.
Yeah, wild's the best.
It's made up from fish that eats shit.
I always thought it was off the coast of Alaska.
Bottom feeders, that's right. Tilapia is not good. Tilapia is not good. It's like catfish.
Oh, catfish.
I don't mean the taste. I mean catfish or bottom feeders. Just.
Have you ever been to like Mississippi or New Orleans, like Louisiana?
I've seen it. I've seen it all.
Okay, they serve you this catfish. Some bitch is still staring at you. It's looking at you while you're trying to eat it. Disgusting.
You get lobster flown in. Never had lobster.
It
looks interesting, but I don't like the way they kill the lobster.
I had it one time and it was too fishy. So I took one bite and I'm like, yeah, no, not for me. But obviously, now that I know that if your fish is really fishy, it's bad. Lobster is supposed to be more like a shrimp, but extremely meatier. So it's just like shrimp, but meatier.
That's right.
Oh, I'm right there. Give me a steak.
Sirloin or a New York strip. Medium.
Porterhouse.
That's it.
Porterhouse rare. Still bloody.
Ocean roaches. That's good. All right. I think we're going to wrap up this episode. I'm really sleepy. So I was supposed to work 4 p.m. to midnight tonight. But somebody called in sick. And they asked me, you want to work early instead of late? So what time did we didn't go live last night? I can't remember.
Yeah, we went live last night.
Right?
No, we didn't.
No, that was the night before.
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, by the time I got home and I was at work already last night, he said, yeah, go home, come back in the morning. So yeah, been up super early. I swam with alligators in Louisiana. Oh, why would you do that?
Supposedly alligator meat's really good. Although I wouldn't know because I'm afraid to eat that. I would think that'd be like really rubbery.
Nice. Okay, so I'm going to play this video. This is for those of you who know, hey Nance, who know about seafood. and all the different kind of fish.
Okay.
All the different kind of fish.
Okay.
Oh man. I went a while back to dinner at Dirty Al's and it had a seafood. It was a platter, but you can get whatever kind of meats you want, fish you want on it. Like shrimp. So they put shrimp, only fried shrimp on it. Oh, God. If I could afford that, I'd be there like 3 times a week. I'll eat the platter myself. Okay. Video time.
Do it.
Everyone, thanks for hanging out with us on this Mother's Day, taking some time away from your family. I apologize.
But, we wanted to come and wish y'all Happy Mother's Day.
So this
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, everyone. And this is just a little bonus something. It's not a big deal. But if you know about all the different types of fish in the ocean and the sea, I think you'll get a kick out of this. This is early 80s, if I'm not mistaken. Ready?
Is that a cat?
It's called Wet Dream, but just watch.
Oh, it's a person. I thought it was a cat.
It was April the 41st. Being a quadruple leap year, I was driving in downtown Atlantis. My Barracuda was in the shop, so I was in a rented Stingray, and it was overheating. So I pulled into a Shell station. They said I'd blown a seal. I said, fix the damn thing and leave my private life out of it, okay, pal? While they were doing that, I walked over to a place called the Oyster Bar, a real dive. But I knew the owner. He used to play for the Dolphins. I said, hi, Gil. You have to yell, he's hard of hearing.
Herring. Do you hear what's happening here with all the things he's saying?
Yeah, it's like the Candy Bar song.
Gil was also down on his luck. Fact is, he was barely keeping his head below water. I bellied up to the sandbar. He poured me the usual. Rusty snail, hold a grunion, shaken, not stirred. With a peanut butter and jellyfish sandwich on the side. Heavy on the makeup. I slipped him a fin. On porpoise. I was feeling good. I even dropped a $1 in the box for Jerry's squids. For the halibut. Well, the place was crowded. We were packed in like sardines. They were all there to listen to the big band sounds of Tommy Dorsal. What soul. Tommy was rocking the place with a very popular tune-up, Salmon Chanted Evening. And the stage was surrounded by screaming groupers, probably there to see the bass player. One of them was this cute little yellowtail, and she's giving me the eye. So I figured this is my chance for a little fun. Piece of Pisces. But she said things I just couldn't fathom. She was too deep, seemed to be under a lot of pressure.
She said things I just couldn't fathom. Did you get that?
Got it.
Boy, could she drink. She drank a lot. I said, what's your sign? She said, Aquarium. I said, great, let's get tanked.
Aquarium. I know it's corny, but it's almost done.
Yeah, it's cheesy.
Yeah.
I invited her up to my place for a little midnight bait. I said, come on, baby, it only take a few minnows. She threw me that same old line. Not tonight. I got a haddock. And she wasn't kidding either, because in came the biggest, meanest-looking haddock I'd ever seen come down the pike. He was covered with muscles. He came over to me and said, listen, Shrimp, don't you come trolling around here. What a crab. This guy was steamed. I could see the anchor in his eyes. I turned to him, I said, abalone. You're just being shellfish.
Abalone.
Well, I knew there was going to be trouble, and so did Gil, because he was already on the phone to the Cods.
The Cods.
The haddock hits me with a sucker punch. I catch him with a left hook. He eels over. It was a fluke. But there he was, lying on the deck, flat as a mackerel. Helpless. I said, forget the Cods, Gil. This guy's going to need a sturgeon. Well, the yellowtail was impressed with the way I landed her boyfriend. She came over to me, she said, hey, big boy, you're really a game fish. What's your name? I said, Marlin.
I think that's it.
Well, from then on, we had a whale of a time. I took her to dinner. I took her to dance. I bought her a bouquet of flounders. And then I went home with her. And what did I get for my trouble? Case of the clams.
I know it's corny. I hope you caught all the references to fish. For those of you who like fish.
Case of the clams.
Yeah. That's from like 1980. I don't even know if they say it in here or not. Early 80s.
It's not late 70s.
Pretty sure it was early 80s. Yeah. It's cute. It's one of those cute things. If you know somebody who's like a fisherman or something, send them that video. And he'll get a kick out
or
of it.
just send them the singing fish. Every time you walk by it, it sings and flops around.
Oh, the fish that's on that hangs on a wall.
Yeah.
Remember the Sopranos? Take me to the river. The fish that was. Anywho,
Give a hoot, don't pollute in the city and in the
I believe we're
woods.
done here.
Help keep America looking
Good. I remember the ending part of that commercial. Man, I had this.
Woodsy the Owl.
Let me see if I can find this real quick. Do you remember watching CBS channel? And every time a special was going to come on.
I'm just a bill on Capitol Hill.
Oh, that too. Oh, my goodness. God. Hold on. Videos. How do I find videos on this?
I don't
thing?
know.
Oh, videos. Oh, here it is. Do you remember this?
No.
How are you going to get the sound? Do you remember this sound at all? Oops.
Hawaii 5-0?
It came out before Hawaii 5-0 all the time.
Fox News?
CBS. It was this.
Oh, special presentation.
It was, and I remember every time that came out, I was like, oh, it's a special starting. Anyway. Another corny thing. Anyway. All right,
Well,
I'm done.
Thank God we moved on from the 80s. But they'll be back. I mean, the fashion is already... I mean, we're already back in the 70s fashion. Okay,
Right.
so 70s is back around. So the 80s are not far behind.
That'll take another 10 years to get here. So, all right, everyone, have a great night. I hope you're having a good Mother's Day. And if not, well, I hope you're having a good Sunday. How's that?
Yes. Happy Mother's Day. I hope it is a phenomenal evening for you guys. If you haven't been to dinner yet, I enjoy your dinner. If not, I hope you did enjoy it.
Yes, everybody.
I've seen some of the pictures that you've all posted on Facebook with your families and the dinners you've had. Yummy, yummy, yummy in my tummy.
I could use a nap. I wouldn't mind taking a nap right now.
Well, if I go to Nappy Town, I'm just going to stay there. So, and that's where I'm going to be going in about half hour.
That's right. You got to get up at the ass crack of dawn, don't you?
I'm up way before the dawn even is. So, yeah.
All right. Bam, have a good night. Everyone have a great night. Thank you for hanging out with us for a little bit on this Mother's Day.
Yep. Have a great night.
Until next time, see you then.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do What's in the Water.
Maybe.
Vanessa
Later.
Dirty Pillas. Dirty